Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to my secondary channel, the number one grinder talks. Yours truly, the number one grinder. This is a very special boxing live. The underrated boxing talk number 81. We is going to talk about the domination of the unification junior middleweight champion that Jamel Charlo has took it to Castano with a brilliant knockout stoppage. And I'm gonna do a short boxing commentary. I really are. I'm gonna do one tomorrow. But I would say this, that what you see last night is black excellence. What you see last night is a warrior. And we still see that the Ring magazine refused to put our brother Jamel Charlo on the list for best pound for pound. But you have someone in the top five. I'm gonna talk more about it, but what I'm gonna dedicate this live to the Charlo's family, to the father, to the mother, and the rest of the family that actually show us what black excellence is all about, what black strong families is all about. And we is going to celebrate it. And anybody don't like it, too bad. Too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. But we are going to. And even Bruce Ennis, big win for him. So boxing also have to make a decision, because it cannot be no more Bruce who. Nah. Bruce Ennis. So I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro. Shout out to you, brother Bruce. Shout out to you. I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro, and we gonna get it on. Be back.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
We're going to get it on. We're going to get it on. This is a special one. The Underrated Boxing Talk, number 81. We're going to get it on. You see Clarence throwing it up? We throwing it up today. We are dedicated this live to the Charlo family. Oh, yes, we are. And the ones don't like it, y'all don't have to come. This how we gonna do it. This how we gonna do it today. Matter of fact, let me show my face. I'm sorry. This how we gonna do it today. So I'm putting it out there. Anybody don't like it, y'all don't have to come. But we gonna do it up like this. Oh yes, we are. Y'all gonna respect black excellence on this channel today and in the future, like I was in the Underrated Darkness, carry on to the number one grind real talk. You gonna respect black excellence on here. Oh yes, we are. Oh yes, y'all are. Yes, y'all. And I'm gonna do a commentary more tomorrow. So watch out for that. I ain't finished with your fools yet. But what we gonna do, we gonna channel it into celebration today. Shout out to my brother Clarence McClain.
Salute, underrated, number one grinder, the best kept secret on YouTube. What's going on, my guy?
Man, I'm all right.
For real, it's a happy. We happy. Our brother did it last night. What more can we ask for, man? I mean, and if you the same like this, and you ain't happy for him, and you out here screaming some other bozo, don't come over here with it. So if y'all represent Cinnamon Head and all that and all the rest of these goofy fighters that y'all support, don't come over here. Stay where you at, because we don't need your kind. Yeah, that part. Shout out to the Charlos, man.
Exactly. I hope you. I sent the link to his Facebook Messenger and also to his IG.
Give him time, because you know he barbecuing. Give him time. He
barbecuing. Okay, got you. Okay.
Nah, give him time though. He gonna respond when he see it. He gonna respond to it. Pardon me. While we doing this, I'm in the kitchen. You know, doing what I do. About to make something for my beloved.
That's all right. Do what you gotta do.
But while we doing this, we still gonna cook.
We're gonna cook. So you want me to start it off? You want to start it off?
Go ahead, start it off, brother. Go ahead.
All right. I'm saying like this that Clarence did. He always send me the link to watch it, but my connection wasn't it. But I ended up catching the rest of the fight. And I could tell you, as a black man, Clarence, as a black man, I was very proud. I was very proud because we witnessed the grit, we witnessed the IQ. And then the one thing about it with ESPN I didn't like. I'm gonna speak more on this on the boxing commentary tomorrow. That y'all need to come and listen to it. Because I'm going in tomorrow this system. But I'm gonna talk about this. Y'all questioning a man's IQ that wins undisputed champion. You know what, y'all, you know, and you know, it doesn't it doesn't surprise me. Y'all gonna do whatever you can to disrespect our excellence. Bruce, I believe that I sent you the right link, but I sent it to you again. I know I sent the right link, but I sent it to you again. But today we're going to celebrate the Charlos. Yes, we are. So check that again, Bruce. I just sent it to your email. I sent it again. That's the same link that I sent you last night. But I mean a few hours ago. But you check it again. Sometimes StreamYard be acting funny. But and that's the same link that I sent to Clarence. So I don't know what's going on. But I can say this that um just as I saying on your IG a few minutes ago, that I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow again on my boxing commentary. He stand up for people. He it was an urgent call, and it was so funny of the other waiting right. And Clarence, I want you to get into it too. It was so funny when when Jamel came with the U.S. flag, right? He was showing it all. Costello wasn't doing nothing about it till he see him. Now all of a sudden he wanna ask for his flag. If you really represent your country, you're supposed to been have your flag.
That's a fact.
I peeped that. I'm gonna talk more about that tomorrow too. So they actually let me know that Costello, you ain't give a fuck about our flag. And plus, at the same time, are you really patriotic of your people? I peep that because anybody that represent their country, they gonna whatever heritage that they in. I already check it, Bruce. The same link that I sent to Clarence. That's the same link I sent you. Well, I do it again, but I sent it to you. This is the same link he got on. That's the same link that I sent to you. I do it again. Because that's twice I said to you. I'll do it again. But I peeped. I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, that's how you want to play, Castano." And I think that also that was an extra motivation of Jamel too.
Yeah, I didn't peep the whole flag situation because with the weigh-in, I didn't get to see the weigh-in the way I wanted to because I was in the see. This is the hard thing about you trying to watch something when you're in a hello.
Go ahead.
Hold on, my screen just jumped off. Like my
You have to come back in.
yeah, give me I got to come back in. Give me a second. I'm coming now. It might be two of me, so take one out.
All right.
Give me a second, but I'm gonna talk anyway, being that you can hear me.
Yeah.
I'm coming back in. It's gonna be two, but I didn't peep that. And when you're going places and you're trying to look at something on your phone, sometimes it's a distraction. And I didn't peep what you just said. I didn't peep that. I would have to go back and look at the video, and I would have to see that. But that's crazy that he did that. You know what I'm saying? Like your peoples came to the win with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Your peoples came to the win. So where was that same? Why didn't you keep that same energy?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't get.
Okay. Salute to you, brother Bruce.
Now we should be good.
Okay.
Okay. Bruce goes. I don't know what happened to me underrated. You don't see me, right?
Grinda, what's happening?
I don't see you.
Boxing?
I don't know what happened. Why I'm not being seen? That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna have to do this. Go out and come back in. All right, so let's do it that way.
Right. So how you feel today,
Grinda, I feel great today, man. One of my subs sent me some edibles, and man, I haven't smoked a bong in since yesterday. 2 days now. I don't need them. Somebody who watches my show and likes weed and boxing sent me a little present, and man, I thanked them. I shout out to this great patron, and man, Grinda, I'm feeling good. Those fights last night were excellent, man. The whole day, you know, the Yoka, the Bacoli fight in the afternoon, man, and you know, all the way through. I had a great night. I'm glad you invited me on here to talk about it, give you my opinions on what I saw last night, bro. And shout out to Mr. Pads out there.
Mr. Pads, yeah.
Always show support and love, man. Salute to Mr. Pads. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we dedicating this live today to the shop, to the Charlos family. Excellent, and so that's what we're going to do. But it was a good night. It was a good night for boxing. But we, like I said, we dedicate this live to the Charlos because they did something only just before there was only 6 people had done it, and then it needs to be respected. Yeah, YouTube is bugging, brother, Mr. Pass and everything. Anybody can go on. I gotta give me keep me some water so y'all can chime it up till I get back.
It was just honestly, we talked about it, but it's like, hey, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. That was what you call a fight. Bruce, what's that you showing us? Okay. Lions only. Oh man, y'all done woke up a sleeping giant. There go my
yo, man, we were yo, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's
Lions only.
Oh!
Yeah.
Don't even have to smoke.
Fuck you talking about?
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Lions only, baby.
But Big Charlo, what I had done today, we dedicate this boxing live to your family, the Charlo family.
What's up, baby?
You see, I got my.
How y'all doing?
All right.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
What's up,
How everybody doing, baby?
Good,
what's up, big bro?
Hey, baby.
Big Charlo. What's
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, man. Oh! Real blessed.
Yes, sir.
God's been good to me and my family.
Yes, God is great. God is great.
I thank y'all though. I thank everybody. I thank everybody that's watching. I thank Underrated. I thank Clarence. I thank all y'all because y'all the fans, bro.
Yes, sir.
And y'all
Yes,
true
sir.
fans, y'all really know what the fuck boxing is, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lions only, baby.
Lions only.
You can't.
Salute. Lions only, man. Lions only right there, bro.
Yes, sir.
Lions only.
You can't deny greatness.
No, you can't. You can't deny it. Yes. But hey, Bruce, what did you think about the Castano? What you thought about that fight last night, Bruce?
I was impressed, man. Fucking Jamal Charlo, he was all over the place. He got outside when he had to get outside. He stopped Charlo in his tracks. Charlo couldn't get set up. Charlo couldn't. Every time Charlo had a plan, every time Castano had a plan, Jamal Charlo had an answer for it. Whereas last time he was slugging with him in the trenches. This time he was a lot smarter. I mean, he mastered the fight. I didn't give Castano 2 rounds in the fight, man. It was that much of a beatdown. He made it look easy, and man, that knockout was kind of all the punches he nailed him with. That knockout punch didn't look like it really should have been a knockout punch. I guess it was an accumulation of the beating he caught throughout the night. But man, Charlo, man, undisputed. How can you knock him anymore, bro? I mean, all this man has to do right now is go out and fight somebody like Fandora, Tim Tszyu. He's Hall of Fame material, bro, right there, man. Stay at 154, clean out the division, dominate it, and that's shout out to Jamel Charlo, bro.
And again, let me introduce myself to Jamel Charlo's brother, Big Charlo, his brother, right there. Lions only. This is not the first time he'd been on the panel. This is like the second time. I just want to let you know, brother. He's driving. But yeah, man, this is it's a pure domination and stuff like that. Until we get back, let's talk about Ennis. There he is.
Pardon me, fellas. I'm so sorry. I'm back and forth. I'm cooking.
All
I'm
right.
doing everything.
I can't hear y'all.
Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
I think it's his service. It might be where he's at.
Yeah, it might be where you at. Yeah.
Lines only, baby.
Yes,
It was
Mr.
great
Byron.
though. I like what I saw from I know this is about the Charlos, but I like what I saw with Boots too. You know, a lot of
Yeah,
people
we was
still not
talking about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people are still not gonna want to give him his credit because they're gonna be like, hey, the guy didn't really come out to fight. He just looked like he was coming to get a check. Well, regardless if he was coming to get a check or not, hey man, my thing is, what's next for Boots? Is
You
it
know,
time for him?
what should be
You
next
know?
for Boots? It should be Boots and Virgil Ortiz. That would be a fantastic fight. In fact, I demand that fight as a fan, bro. Let
Woo.
Bud and Spence settle it on top. Let Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz fight. That would be incredible. The winner mandatory to fight the winner of Spence and Crawford. I mean, dude, get this welterweight division happening again. You know, it's enough time off, enough downtime, man. Let's get boxing happening again on a week-to-week basis, like what made me a fan 50 fucking years ago, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Everybody quiet, man. Come. Oh, Clarence. Okay. Cook
Yeah, my
smoke
mic was just
story.
acting crazy. Yeah, uh Virgil, I don't know. Virgil was having some issues the last time I checked. I don't know if it was a problem with him and his weight or he was going through something. It's been quiet lately with Virgil. I don't know what he got going on.
How
But
can Boots Ennis? How
I
can
don't
Boots
know
Ennis
if a
make
Virgil or
37?
a Virgil Ortiz and the Boost Ennis is something that they're trying to set up now, or maybe they're trying to set it up in the future. Oh no, Boost Goals is having oh no, what's going on?
Boots Ennis is the biggest welterweight I think I've ever seen.
Underrated.
Yo. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me, Underrated? Or
Yeah,
any of you
I
guys?
don't know. Sir.
I can hear you.
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you,
you.
but you
I
just went
can hear
out,
you.
Bruce, and then
I
for a
can hear
minute,
everybody.
Underrated froze up.
I can't hear Lions
Okay,
then.
okay, for a minute. No, I can't hear him neither. It's got to be where he's at. Maybe it's the service. You see him moving, but yeah.
Yeah. We can't hear you.
It's choppy too. You're kind of freezing up, and
Yeah.
that's like me when I'm on the road, man. You know, I go from McDonald's parking lot. When it gets weak, I go to Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. Keep that Wi-Fi pumping in, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big shout out to the Charlos, man. Big shout out to the, not just the family. Hey, man, shout out to y'all. God bless y'all. It's a family I
Yeah.
love. I will continue to love, and I will continue to support them, and I will be behind them 100%. And I can't wait till I could get around everybody and see everybody, man. Hey,
Yeah.
Charlo, I gotta call your father later, man. Your father's asleep right now, but I'm gonna call Senior later.
Yeah, I would like to talk to him one day myself, man, because that's hope, man.
We can set it up. I'll holler at him and we can set it up.
All right, good. Thank you. Yeah. But get back to that fight. Hey, what impressed me about Charlo, you see that he fought like 3 or 4 different phases, and
Yeah.
he executed to perfection. And everybody was really talking about, oh, he's 152. He dehydrated. I said, nah, he gonna feel strong. And he said he felt real good, and you seen it. You see last night that he had at the end, he had more stamina than Castano, and that's why he got stopped. You know, and I believe that it would have been like 15 rounds. Jamel would have been okay, but Castano would have to engage. Remember, I was talking about he has to engage. And when you engage, you gotta know when to engage. And Charlo wanna go on, and that's what's it. Charlo finished. He just finished the month.
Well, see, I thought Charlo improved from the last fight, where Castano didn't improve. If anything, Castano wasn't as good as he was in the first fight. But Charlo, he went to the drawing board, man. He listened to he listened to what's the trainer's name? Derek
James.
Derek James, man. You know, he had Plan B and he had Plan C, and he followed them. It was poetry in motion. He had everything that Castano tried. Charlo had an answer for, and you know it was dominant. And I saw it after the first round, but I thought it was going to go to decision. I thought Castano would be in better condition. I thought he'd be able to take a punch better, but man, no. Charlo's a knockout puncher, and I mean, what can you say, bro? You know, undisputed. I'd like to see him fight the other two guys I mentioned, and man, he's Hall of Fame material if he stays active.
Yeah, I think he will stay active, but it's up to the fighters that wants to fight him too. So we gotta think about that too. Mr. Pass said, JT, do you see Evan Holyfield? Yeah, son. Yeah, I see he got flattened out. Yeah, he's Big Charlo said he be back.
Yeah, I know his service. Yeah, his service is probably he's probably gonna wait till he gets somewhere where he can be able to talk. But it's all good. I'm just glad that he took the time to come up here to even talk.
Yeah. But Mr. Pass, his son got knocked out, flat out. Yeah.
Every dog has his day, right?
Yeah.
What did his son? What was his son fighting on? The zone? What was he fighting on?
I believe he fighting the zone.
Okay. No, it was a show. No, it was a card put out by Triller.
Oh, okay. Why did people say it was
and it was called like Sons of Legends. They had Fernando Vargas's 3 sons on there, and they had Holyfield's son on there, and then they had
Oh, you're on the COVID card, right? You're right. Yeah, he's on the COVID card.
The Kovalev card, and they had the and they had the two Pulev brothers. You know, they had the one that fought Anthony Joshua Kulev. Mm-hmm. He won. He fought Jerry Martin, I think the guy's name was. Jerry Robinson, Jerry Martin. I wrote it down somewhere, but anyway, man, it was a slow fight of two old heavyweights, and then the card was on so late, bro. I couldn't stay awake for the Kovalov fight. I went to bed at 1:30, and you know, I told you, I don't know if I ever told you, after 7 o'clock, man, bang, my eyes go wide open, and you know, where I'm living, the sun hits it, and the seagulls stop freaking chirping on the beach, and the dog wants to go out, and there's no way I'm going to sleep in anymore. That's just doesn't happen. So, you know, I couldn't I couldn't stay awake for the Kovalov. I could have stayed awake for it, but I knew I'd pay in the morning, and I thought about it. I says, is Sergey Kovalov is staying awake till 2:30 in the morning worth a Sergey Kovalov fight? Is it for you?
Kovalev? Oh.
Yeah, Kovalev. You know Kovalev, the guy who
I know.
Who fought Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
Beats up his wife, his girlfriend, broke her nose, kicked her dog. I mean, the guy's a total moron.
And he still get a license to fight. Go figure that out.
Yeah. You know, and he heads a pay-per-view card. But that was stupid what Triller did. Triller goes head to head with Charlo and Castano. I mean, the powers that be once again are ridiculous. And that Triller card, it was too long. They had an issue with the gloves. They had rappers on the card. It was more like it should have been on a Friday night. And if it was on a Friday night, I think they would have made some money because they had like I said, the Sons of Legends. They had the son of Snoop Dogg, the daughter of Snoop Dogg. All kind of second generation stars or stars to be. So it had its place, but not head to head with Castano and Charlo. I hate when they do that, man.
I just saying Kovalev should not head in no card. Well, I don't know
Hell
why.
no. And heading the card by fighting Pulov's brother. I don't even know his name, man. And he was an undefeated cruiserweight. This is Kovalov moving into the cruiserweight division. And man, I mean, just a pay-per-view. Come on, they were doing it more of a pay-per-view because they had Run DMC on the card, and they had it was all rappers, bro. A lot. It was like a lot of rap things going on, and maybe a half dozen fights. But you know how long that takes when you have a concert and then a fight and a concert, and like I said, man, it started at 7. It started 7 Eastern time, and it was still going on when I had to go to bed at 1:30 Eastern time. So that's
the concept is okay. I'm just saying that maybe they have to tweak it a little bit. They could have did it Friday night and everything, and so
7 or 8 hours. Come on, that's too long.
Yeah, but there are some fights that we watch to be almost 7-8 hours.
No, I mean you have to get a card, put the good fights on, condense it, and I mean the undercards there, especially if they're on a pay-per-view platform, man. You're going to charge us to watch two guys. One guy's the house fighter. Maybe he's coming out of the Olympics. But it's a build-up fight. He's going to fight some trial horse who's coming in there to let him get to build his record, build his confidence. And bro, I don't want to sit through those fights when I'm waiting for a main event like Charlo and Castano, and even that Kovalov fight. I watched a few of the fights on there, but I was going on there when there wasn't any action on the Showtime card.
I think that what Boston got to do, they gotta break up the card. I think if we have 7-8 fights, and especially it's not meaningful, then especially when you have the main event, it drains you out and everything. You gotta stay up. What they need to do, like if you go half 4, I would say what I would do. I would do 4 Thursday, 4 Friday. If you want to have, and then like if you had the event, you could have the co-main event and the main event Saturday. Everybody wins.
All I want to see is the good fights. Like we all say on here, we want to see the best fight the best, but we don't want to see them crossing over on each other's time where we have to choose between it. That's been going up my ass since they've been putting all these fights on at the same time. I said that months ago, and I say it all the time because they haven't done anything about it. And every time you look at, I don't even know what do I think I got a Boxing 24 has a good schedule in there. You get their daily feed, and I look in there and I see these cards on the same day. Come on. I don't know if they're ever going to learn, if it's boxing just going to go on like this, man. I hope not, man, because it's not picking up any new fans.
They don't. I think the ones who do the matchmaking, they don't know boxing. They just out there, just put entertain, just put a show on. I think you got to get back to get back to get the real matchmakers.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't think that's gonna come back.
But yesterday was a good day for boxing. I just wish they didn't cross the time slots over, because I mean there was a lot of good fights yesterday, man.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
there
I
was
didn't
some
bother
good
to look at that. I wasn't
comedy.
going to look at that Triller. I wasn't interested in Triller. So far as them, I'm only interested in them with, like when they doing the verses with the rappers. I watch it, but when they combined it like with the boxing, I'm not interested in it. And for them to do it yesterday, no, not while Charlo was fighting. It was just a bad idea.
yeah. Like I was saying, Clarence, like they could have done that Friday.
In my opinion, they did that on purpose. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is not a coincidence that these events are happening on the same day. They're not happening by accident. They know what they're doing. They know
Mm-hmm.
exactly what they're doing. But
They do it every weekend, man.
yeah, yep,
Mm-hmm.
every weekend.
We got Big Charlo back.
Ah!
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? My bad, man. I had to run to the grocery store real quick.
No problem. No problem. We still here.
I'm good now.
Okay, we good.
Talk to me, but talk to me nice now.
Yeah. Now we can get back talk about the fight last night. Talk about what you seen and certain things that we talked about on Brother McLean's IG. Let's build on that, please. Because we want to get your insight on it. Very much appreciate. Again, we are dedicating this live to the Charlo family. I can do that because it's my channel,
Last night,
and
Y'all
also
see my you see my shirt, right? You see my
yeah,
shirt, right? Huh,
yeah,
Charlo? Lines only. You
yeah,
see
I
what
see
it
you.
is? Huh?
I see you.
Huh?
I see
We in
you.
here.
I see you. I see you. Hey, can I hit it?
yeah,
Can I hit it? Hey, you see I'm in my short, right? Big money shit.
yeah.
Big money shit. This how I roll to the store like this. They lucky I ain't put my cowboy boots on their ass because I'm about to crank my pit up though. So I gotta put the
Mm-hmm.
boots on. You understand me? And hold
Mm-hmm.
up. I'm gonna get to what you just asked me, but let me get on this real Texas shit. This how we move down here in Texas, baby. You see them square toes right there? You see them square toes? The shorts
Mm-hmm.
on. You see that shirt say champions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh! What the fuck you talking about?
Lines only, baby. Let it out.
To elaborate,
Mm-hmm.
to elaborate on what we was talking about earlier,
Yes,
on
sir.
some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
On some real shit. Uh, what I seen last night, and like I told them earlier, I seen my brother fight over 200 times, bro. That's the best performance my brother ever had in his life. Fact.
Mm-hmm.
My brother knew, when we talked about it, he couldn't go into that fight. Let me rephrase that. He couldn't go into that fight looking for a knockout. At the same time, we knew we needed a knockout.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when you got that in your mindset
Mm-hmm.
as being a boxer, and you go in that ring, like everybody on the outside, like how y'all got the podcast and how we talking about it or whatever. There was only two individuals that get in that fight last night. Say it like that. Two niggas get in that fight. And when it come to that, it's like, damn, what else do y'all want from us? What really got me bothered is when you said that shit about the pound for pound thing. Like that shit, it baffles my mind. There's no way in hell that you block a person. Who else do y'all want Mel to fight?
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody else for him to fight at 154. Like
Mm-hmm.
he unified, yeah. How many? Let's be real. He been a WBC champion, fucking for damn near 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
How many times he defended that Mexican title? That
Mm-hmm.
Mexican title. How many times he defended that motherfucker? Oh, that don't
Mm-hmm.
count. Like when y'all said y'all had Erickson Lubin, slump. Y'all brought this nigga up from the islands, slump. Every nigga y'all put in front of him that's supposed to beat him, Tony Harrison. Y'all gave that nigga Tony the first one. So You know what Mel said so good leading up to this fight? I don't give a fuck about no. Oh, that bitch been gone. You get what I'm saying? It ain't nothing about keeping that hoe in the right column. That hoe gone. So when you're a fighter and you know what you're fighting against, hey, look, I'm gonna say this, black brothers, my black men, my black queens, because it's queens that's boxers. Everybody that's black that's watching, that got this same melanin and the same skin that I got, damn it, the oppression always gonna be against us. We live in motherfucking white America. The only thing that you can do though is every day you get up, you be 1% better than you were yesterday. And don't let no motherfucker tell you what you can't do. You paint your own motherfucking picture. You be your own motherfucking Picasso to anything that you want to do in life. That's how the fuck we move, and that's why my brothers had them American flags on. America be black too. America, they stole the land. It still can be black though. It's how you take it. How you get up every day. The same white motherfucker put them boots on one time at a time like I do. What you do with that day though? What you do with it? Lines only, goddammit. And look here. Oh!
Yeah.
Good ass Texas State. Good, a great Texas State. That bitch marinating right now. Y'all want to see it, America?
Yeah, I want to see it, man.
Hey, look, y'all from New York. I love New York strips. I don't like T-bones. I don't like ribeyes. It's too much fat. I don't like T-bone because it got a bone in it. I love a center cut New York strip.
Well, I'm allergic to seafood, my friend. So
no, I say no, not seafood. New York strip. This steak.
The steak. Okay.
You see that big steak? That's what's going on in the pit right there, boy.
That's what's up.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. There go the pregnant wife. There she goes.
Hey, how you doing? Hi, wife Charlo. How you doing?
Go to wife.
There you go. How you doing?
That's the one that got to deal with this damn food. But guess what, though?
Oh, there she go.
Hey, there she go. Ah! Let's go.
Tell her I said what's up.
Tell her say hi.
I ain't see her in a minute.
Yeah.
What's up? Hey, tell her after she drop, I'll give her her shirt. I can't give her her shirt now. I gotta wait till she drop.
She wild body Bel-Air.
Hey, Big Child, this know that when she drop, I just want to be Uncle Underrated. I just want to be Uncle Underrated. That's all.
Hey, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Hey, listen. Me and Underrated ain't gonna mind coming to Texas and babysitting.
We'll mind that.
Look. Hey, look, y'all come down here, you ain't gonna be babysitting, goddamn it, we're gonna be together. I'm gonna make y'all some big steaks.
Oh, yes, and we waiting, man. We gonna make that trip. We waiting.
Yes, sir. We gonna make that trip, man. Yeah.
Nah, Underrated, go ahead and talk though. I'm on the show. I'm here.
I just wanted to let people know when I was talking to Big Charlo about what it means to me that Brother Jamel won, that I was tearing up. Because when he said I fight for our people, I know what he means. The struggle, continued struggle to stand up, to be a black man, to stand up, to do every can to keep the black family together, even despite the injustices in this country. And when he said that, it did something to me. You know what I'm saying? Because my father ain't no longer here. My mom's is no longer here. Even the rest of our ancestors is no longer here. He talked to, I want people to understand, he talked to the warrior spirit of our people. Despite everything that they said about this man, he put it out the way. And when he actually let me know, he said, black people, get on my back. Don't even worry. I'm gonna make sure we're gonna be all right. And I want to salute them with that. And I want to salute the big Charlo right here and his family. Because I cannot imagine how the parents feel when you have this system keep on talking about their son. When they talk about their son, they talk about their family. You can imagine how it affect Big Charlo and stuff. So for me, today, I have to dedicate this live to the Charlo family. And we want to let you know and let the parents know and do Clarence and everybody, Bruce, everybody else that we thank you to bless us for Black excellence. We want to thank you so much
Facts.
because let me explain something.
I'm
These
listening.
fighters that look like us, they are not sticking up for us.
They not.
They
You know.
not.
You know why they not? Like, okay, can I be real with y'all, bro?
Go ahead.
Can I talk? Y'all want me to talk my shit?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I talk my truth and my shit?
Mm-hmm.
My truth and my shit is, like I said, motherfuckers don't like my brothers. We nigga, you don't sell your soul to the devil, Jack. The white man been the devil. You don't sell your soul to the devil. And they get mad when they talk their shit and they stand on that. Like, they on the counter, sweetie. They on the look on the counter right there, my boy. They don't like that. Being that you, like Mel said, leading up to the fight, they don't like the fact that they say we big headed, we cocky, this and that. If you're not that way, you don't know your self worth. That's what America wants you to think, though. And who is America? Who was America stolen by? The white people. That's what America wants you to think. What you said, underrated? Oppression. The only time you're oppressed is when you have to be mentally in that mind state to be oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be in that mind state mentally to be oppressed. You get what I'm saying? When you
Mm-hmm.
start thinking outside of being oppressed as a black man, that's when you start winning. That's when you start winning. My mom and my dad raised us to think outside of that box early.
Mm-hmm.
This the world we live in. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And to not to knock what you saying is you got, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's keep it 1,000 on your show. My brothers are the first black men to put on that American shit besides Apollo Creed, nigga, and Hoover. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Minds only, baby.
let's be real. We ain't talking. You know, when you go to the Olympics, you gotta rock the American flag. Now we talking about after you win the Olympics or you do what you do and now you pro now. My brother first nigga we jerked up American flags, bro. And nigga, we from Louisiana. Like, we from that bayou muddy water.
Mm-hmm.
That shit made me feel so good. So
Yeah.
great.
And let me add this big child of truth that people, you understand what I'm saying. And anybody that African had the African descent understand what I'm saying. Understand that when Jamel put that flag on his back, he understand the injustices of what America had done. And I'm saying, understand the strength that he had to have to wear that flag. Even the system saying that he couldn't do it time after time after time after time. And what he had done, he executed. To upheld the American flag, even despite how they treat us in the past and even to the
How they
present.
treat us now.
Now I understand that people don't look like us. You fail to understand that, but understand our flight, understand our contribution, understand what we had to overcome and continually had to overcome. If you feel a certain way, just leave. But what it is today, we're gonna represent black excellence even in the past and even in the present. And that's what it is, what Jamel had done last night. That's why you see a lot of us as the people that looks like us. We stand up and celebrate today. That's why you see quite a few black men that cried that Jamel, you did it for Jamel, he did it for us. Because he know the flight of the black man. He knows the flight of his mother and his father have to stand against this system to raise their family in Louisiana. I could say like that because my late father's from Georgia. He showed me where he was raised, what he had to overcome. When I was a little boy, 11 years old. And so understand how I feel right now, and I could talk for others right now at this minute. I am so proud. For me, in a few weeks, I'd be 56 years old. And I could tell young people that I actually talked to Big Child. I had witnessed greatness in May of this year. That in due time, that Jamel stand up against the system and I'm not saying he destroyed it, but he stand against it and said, no, I'm a human being too, like you are. I don't care what you had done for my people, but I'm going to stand up for our people. And that's what it means to me. And I could say, Clarence, you could say whatever, you know, you can if you want. But that's what it means to me.
Yeah.
And I don't care what people feel about me, because this is I always been like this in the past, and I'm always going to be right there right now. Go ahead, brother McLean. I'm gonna
No,
put you.
listen. There's nothing more I could add to that. I agree with everything that you said, and I'm just happy, man. I'm proud of not just Jamel but Jamal. I'm proud of the Charlo family, period, because they represent the struggle and they show you that you can come from nothing to something. And if you don't learn from looking at that family, then I don't know what to tell you. But today's a day of celebration, and that's what we doing. We celebrating. We celebrating. Lines only, baby.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
Hey, hey, I'm telling you, man, it's a beautiful thing. I feel good today. I'm finna take my wife out, and we finna enjoy it today. You know why we gonna enjoy it today? Not just because today is Sunday and we go out on the regular. It's because Mel did his thing. So I'm gonna take my wife out and we gonna enjoy the day and we gonna rock out. And all you haters, all you people that ever had something to say about the Charlos, you know what y'all can do. I'm not gonna be disrespectful because I'm trying not to take it there, but y'all know what y'all can do. It's lines only, baby.
Goddamn. Wipe your feet.
Lines only forever. What's up?
I love y'all. I'm out.
Thank you. Appreciate Big Chalo.
It's all good, man.
I Charlo,
Thank you.
love you, big bro. I'm gonna hit you a little later. You want me to call you later?
Underrated. Hit me later. Yeah, call me. And underrated. Hit me too.
Got you.
Y'all good. Love,
Thank
baby.
you.
Salute.
Love. All right.
Hey,
All
hey. Oh!
right,
Ah!
What the
Yeah.
all right.
fuck
I'm
you
gonna call you,
talking
bro.
about?
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. That's what's up.
Hey,
That's
man.
what's
He crazy, man. That's my bro,
Thank
though.
you. Yeah. Uh-oh.
He
Dude,
he a fool with it, though. But
I think
you gotta love him.
that we got Ohio. Ohio, yo, you be sneaking up on people, man. You gotta let me know when you come, man. I don't like that.
Hey, hey, hey,
I
hey,
be
yo,
feeling.
Ohio, don't be doing that.
My bad, man. I'll
Yo,
be so
that's
caught
that's
up,
what them
man.
Ohio dudes do. They come out of nowhere when you
Man.
think they not coming.
Yeah, man, he be doing that
Ohio is
Ohio
sneaky,
boy.
man. He's
Yo,
sneaky with it. He just
he be
snuck in the
doing.
building.
Yeah, he be doing that 1974 roller coaster sneak up. Oh, roller coaster, we sneaking up. Nah, but oh yeah. Before we continue, I didn't forget Ohio runs boxing about. We gonna do a show about best Olympic boxing teams. I'm gonna let you know we can because we gotta get that. We gotta get that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Because I'm trying to get
My man
people.
Ohio on box.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you know about that. So what you think about the fight last night, my brother?
It was good, man. I was good. I didn't even score it. I said, you know what? Judges get paid to score. That's not my job. I'm not scoring it. I'm gonna enjoy it, and that's exactly what I did. I say after about the third round, I was locked in, man. I was enjoying myself. Great fight. I think Castano did more boosted Charlo up more by just coming to fight, man. And that's what people want. They don't want you to lay down. They want to really see you dig in and try to get, dig deep. It's just unfortunate. I don't think he has the chin to be able to fight the style that he's fighting right now to, be in the kitchen. And I was telling Clarence that earlier. You got to be a good pressure. In order to be a good pressure fighter, you also got to take good shots because you like being inside. You know what I mean? So if you can't take good shots, you should be in the kitchen. You know what I mean? So I think that's one thing that he has to work on his head movement. You don't always have to be able to take good shots. You got to be able to have good defense too. So you got to have a mixture. You got to move your head. And he was so locked in on his offense at times that Jamel was just walking him in the shots, man. So it was a good fight. At the end of the day, it was a really, really good fight, man.
All right, you know what? On higher run boxer, right? Explain to people what you're talking about. I get what I'm saying that of old school said that you gotta learn how to roll the punches off your shoulder. You gotta learn to roll your punches off when you move your head. Explain to people why what Castano didn't do that I explained.
It's simple, man. It's not really hard. Boxing 101. When he's praying down on his opponent, he's not moving his head. He was not giving head movement at all. He would just come with a high guard and just try to walk Jamel down. And sometimes Jamel will let him come in, but he was stationary. And you can throw your check hook around the guard, which Jamel was doing, and you would throw uppercuts too. So you can mix it up when you got a guy just fighting with straight a high guard. He wasn't rolling. He wasn't rolling off the punches like you just mentioned, where if a guy throwing a punch and you roll up to the right or you roll to the left, trying to stay inside the pocket, he wasn't really good at that. There were times where he would get so close and Jamel hit him and he would take 2 steps back. You can tell that he just got hit because he was so close in and wasn't able to roll with the punches. But that was one of his biggest Achilles, man. I was worried going into this fight because I said this during the live fight. I said, these are 2 live dogs. The only difference is one got power, the other one don't. That's it. Those were 2 live dogs yesterday that were fighting, and one had power and the other one did. Jamel got hit with some good shots, but they never really had no effect on Jamel. Never really had no effect on him. And even in the first fight, people were trying to say he got clipped and he got hurt. No, I didn't. I never felt like Jamel got hurt. He got hit with some good shots. He was still in the fight looking. I look at the body language, but Castano was the one staggering and holding on or backing up when he got hurt. You've seen it from body language, and I said that. So yeah. And speaking of body language, I said that about Castano. What's his name? Clayton. Clayton yesterday. Body language. The kid didn't want to be there. Didn't want to be there against Enos at all.
No, he didn't.
Didn't. He just didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up, brother Ohio, because when I seen it, see, this is what I'm talking about. A casual fight, a casual fan, and a hardcore fan like we are. You look at stuff like you see how when he come into the fight, you see how he walk, you see how he engaging, and it seemed like Clayton just like, what the fuck I signed up for? Why the fuck I made with that? And that's what it seemed to me when I was watching the fight this morning. He didn't want. It's like I don't care. Whatever happened, just happened.
Did y'all hear what Earl Spence said when they interviewed him and they asked him? And he said it seemed like Buddy was just hit, like he was just here for a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He clearly was there for a check because I know Boots hits hard, but there's no way in hell you tell me that that punch he threw was that hard where you couldn't get up after that.
Yeah, I mean, I just seen
Come
the
on, man.
picture. I just seen the video going around now that got sent to me where he didn't even look like he touched the back of his head with the punch. That's
No,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a great acting job. You want an Emmy for that?
Yo, that's like you getting shot, right? Or
That's
getting
what I'm
shot at,
saying.
but the bullet didn't do nothing but graze you, but you laying there talking about, oh my God, I'm shot.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Clay do have a career of acting. I can tell you that much. Cause that they looking at my point, they look like he ain't did nothing. Come on, and then he staggered
Yo,
around. Come on.
It
what he
happened so
did was last
fast.
night he pulled the Ezel last night. You remember when Ezel was in the store and he fell? Act like he hurt himself. Oh, my neck and
Oh
my back.
man.
That's what he pulled. He pulled the Ezel.
I think he was I think he got caught up, and I told Clarence earlier, I think he got caught up in the hype. I think he was watching social media. I think he was going around with everybody saying that Enos the truth, Enos this, and that's a big Achilles for boxers when they get caught up in the hype. They don't fight the fight that they normally fight or bring in. And I'm not saying that he could have did anything different to what Enos already had, but we would have seen effort. We would have seen the guy fighting. Lipinus fought better than Clayton.
He
Lippin is
did.
way better than Clean, So
And they
that's the
go,
crazy thing.
and go more on your point, brother. See, Ebenezer, he had a plan. Clayton didn't. He ain't had no plan. Come on now. Come on, let's be honest. He ain't had no plan. He said, I'm happy to be here, collect a check. I'ma act this is what I'm saying. I'ma act this out, get this dough, and that's what it is. But you cheapen, but this is what I'm saying. You cheapen the essence of boxing when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Boost exposed it.
Well, look, the way I look at it, he saw a way out and he took it. I can't win this. I know I couldn't win this from the jump. I see a way out, I'm gonna take it. And that's what he did. He took the way out, quick payday. But that's foul though. You know, me and Ohio was talking about that earlier, that shit like that in boxing has to stop.
Mm-hmm.
It has to stop. Everybody wants the money, but they don't want to earn it. They don't want to earn it. They want to get it the easy way. And stuff like that gotta stop, man. It really does.
Mm-hmm. And you just said something what I talked to you about earlier too about uh I was telling if I was the advisor, this is what I would have do with Jamel Charlo. I said I wouldn't have him defend undisputed at 154. I wouldn't have him defend it against Fedora or Tim Kazoo because I don't think any of those guys deserve to fight for 4 belts. They haven't done anything in the division to fight for 4 freaking belts. So I would vacate those belts, go up to 160, and get a fight with Triple G. Triple G doesn't have a Canelo fight right now. Triple G is waiting on Bivol and Canelo. So he doesn't even have, so he's waiting. He's on his way out the door. So I can see Jamel taking on his big money fight, against Triple G. Now, what about Jamal? Jamal has to move up to 168. Jamal has to move up to 168 to get his big fights. There's Sharp, Canelo, not Canelo, but Triple G has a reputation of fighting smaller guys. His career at
Right.
154 and bringing them up. That's just been him. That's always been him. So he's fought a lot of the smaller guys. So that would be more sexy to fight the smaller brother than fighting Jamal, who he's already ducked. You know what I mean? Plenty of times where he should have been fought Jamal, he didn't. But I think this would be more sexy for him to take the fight because you got a guy that's coming off undisputed, got a little bit of buzz, and here you are. You don't have no big fights. I think this is a big pay-per-view on Showtime. I think Al Heyman can pitch it to him and get it. Now, some people might say, Marcus, why don't he just stay at 154 and just defend it? Okay, cool. But he doesn't have a big money fight. Guess where his big money fight comes from? Not Fedora, not Tim. It's going to come from Earl Spence, who moves up. Now, do y'all want to see Earl Spence and Jamel fight? A lot of people ain't going to be happy with that. But that's what's going to happen if he stays at 154.
Oh, I hate when you tell the truth, Ohio. I
I'm
just
just
hate
saying
when you tell the truth.
that's his big money fight. Let's say if Earl win and become undisputed, where is the big money fight at 154? Texas.
No.
It's Texas. Jamel and Earl,
Right.
Texas.
Right.
Jesus.
But after that, it's nothing. After that, ain't nothing.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, but you still gonna have other contenders that's gonna be up there. That's gonna, but that's why you have to vacate. This is why it's so important to vacate those belts because I'm a strong believer, and I told Clarence this too. I don't know if you watch Marvel. I get into Marvel, and I said, Thanos collected all the stones. If you watch Marvel, he went and collected all these stones, and he became powerful, and he was able to snap it. The Avengers tried to stop him. And realistically, how you gonna come stop a guy who worked his way and getting all these stones, and all of a sudden y'all just come together and y'all just take it from him? Absolutely not. He snapped it. They had to go back into the time machine and change history because of something he already done. My point is, he worked too hard for you to come take with one fight to take everything he's earned. That's the mindset I think these fighters should have when they become undisputed. Does the guy you fight in that division, did he do enough to earn a fight with 4 belts? Something you worked hard to get. Does he earn a shot at 4 belts with one fight and he beats you, he takes it all. He didn't fight in Carson. He didn't fight in Texas. He didn't fight in Detroit to win the belt against Tony Harris. All these fights that you done won handily, you gave it all in just one freaking fight. Vacate, let them become champions and fight other contenders and build their name up to fight you because you're the money. They're not. They're contenders.
Right.
So when this only comes to when a guy has 4 belts, 2 or 3, cool. You can fight. You can fight that if you want to, but when you got 4, vacate, drop some. Look at Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is fighting a guy a lot of people didn't even know he's rematching him because he defended undisputed against a guy nobody really knew. And now he's rematching him when he should have just went up to 147. So that's just my take on that. When you got guys saying fight for undisputed, it ain't like back in the Bernard Hopkins days where he was able to do that. And other boxing has changed because these guys are not taking risks. Charlo and them, they have to wait to get opportunities to fight the Canelos and certain things like that. So, but when they the champions, they got to give it to whoever they become mandatory to. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's just my
yeah. Because I don't know, I'm not gonna bring his name up, but you just said it though. But it does make sense though, because I'm saying after that, who's qualified to fight for undisputed?
yeah.
None.
Nobody
It's
but Earl
Spence.
Spence and Crawford, if they want to move up to 154. Those will be the only ones that can come up and fight Jermell because he needs a big money fight. That's my thing. He didn't already did the dirty work. He didn't fight the Tony Harrison twice. He didn't fight Castano twice. He fought Jackson. He fought Rosario. He took on some tough fights. Give him his big money fight. And that's why I'm calling on Triple G. Now a lot of people was like, well, his brother needs to fight him. Triple G ain't trying to fight his brother. And his brother ain't doing enough for people that want to fight him. He just not. It's got money talks. So again, Jamel just became undisputed. That's more sexier to Triple G to come into taking a fight on Al Heyman's platform on PBC, Showtime, pay-per-view. This can push Jamel over to the superstar position where he's the shot caller if he beats Triple G. Triple G is older. This is how boxing has always worked. Look how we got Manny Pacquiao over in PBC. It was supposed to be Earl that took him out, but it was Ugas. You get these guys that's got legacy and put them in the position to pass the freaking torch. That's what you do.
Something, yeah.
It's still a tough fight. Don't get me wrong. Jamel moving up to fight Triple G is a tough fight, but Triple G is declining a little bit, which I think it's just smart for him to do that. You know what I mean? But again, it's just my opinion. If you want to stay at 154 and reign and fight all these guys, you know, and defend undisputed, cool. But Earl is coming.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Have you check out the other fights from?
Why don't we see Underrated at Ohio Runs Boxing fight for the undisputed?
No.
No, I gotta get one belt first. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get one belt, man.
Man, at least let me get top 5 big contender. Let me fight for something. Man. I don't want to fight for no color champion.
Ohio, you got a belt. You got a belt somewhere right now, so Ohio. You got a belt already. You got a belt.
I got a belt. It's in my truck, man. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta get in the ranking system. You gotta become a mandatory.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want you to put me no rank with no damn colors. Oh, you WBA red, green championship. What the fuck? I mean green. Oh, it's my mandatory now? Oh, my color snaps? Get them. It's too many. I think it should be four belts. I think it should be NWA. Right? That's the belt that if you have, that you be a contender for the title shot for the regular belts. It should be IBF, WBA, and WBC. To me, the WBO. I'm talking about some weight class. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. The WBO rank. It's a joke. You find WBO, you find people. Oh yeah, yo, you never hear me. Yo, he's 19 and old. I mean, he's 24 and old with 22 knockouts. I never heard it before. It's a joke.
Yep. But I was saying, man, I think boxing is good. It's in a good place right now, man. I'm happy. Cause I'm happy. I was telling Clarence, people, I brought up the statistic. Jamel Herring is the first 154 undisputed, and he's the first PBC undisputed fighter from Al Heyman's brand. That is huge. That is really, really huge. What everything Al Heyman has done, that makes his brand looks great because of look what he's doing. All he'll put you in position. All you got to do is win.
Yeah. And possible, just ain't possible. Experiencing on Crawford, whatever, find out what it is. I'm not there. I'm just saying, picture and then the PBC, right? They would have 2 undisputed.
Yep. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome, man. It'll be crazy.
And it'd be a power move too, because they people, oh, what do you mean? Oh, that'd be a power move. And then let's talk about Derek James. What an excellent job what he had done. You know?
Yeah, Derek doing his thing. Yeah. You gotta give credit where credit is due, man. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Yo, so tell the people what you got in store in the future, and also Clarence.
You said what?
What you got up for the future? What you got making?
Right now, man, I've been ducked off a little bit, man. There's a couple events that I got to come in and cover that's coming up. My boy Mickey Bay, shout out to Mickey Bay out of Cleveland. He was fighting in Ghana against Tevin Farmer. He wanted me to go, but they ended up moving to Dubai. So I told them next year I have all that planned when I have my passport and I'll be able to travel like that. But that's dope, man. When you get calls and inbox messages where they want you to come and support, man. So shout out to Mickey. Good luck to him against Tevin Farmer. I think they fight. Is it next week? Yeah, I think it's gonna be next week. I think that fight is next week in Dubai. So that's a fight I didn't go to, but we got other ones that's happening in Cleveland. I was just telling Clarence that we have made a historical boxing historical statistic that just happened a couple weeks ago with Real Deal Boxing Gym out of Cincinnati. They had 12 kids compete in the national tournament, and 10 won the national championship.
Wow.
And one of them had to face each other in the national championship. So you had 11 kids in the finals. It's unheard of. It's really unheard of to have that many kids in one gym, and only one get lose, and everybody else. And who else? Makai that lost actually then won multiple national championships. So every kid in that gym has experienced a national championship and won. So it's crazy what they're doing. And they got an event coming up soon too that I'm gonna be going to. Working on some other things that I'm working on, man. I ain't gonna say too much.
Okay,
But no, it's some other things that I'm working on, man. So, but like I said, I'm taking my time. I'm actually developing more relationships with new fighters that's coming up that I didn't know about. That's the dope thing about what I've created is that you get people. I know the state, but it's other kids I don't know about. So it's guys that reach out to me and say, "Hey, you know about so and so?" And I'm like, "No." And we got a lot of little small areas in Ohio, man. We're a small state, but we accomplished a lot, you know. And I was telling people that I don't know if you saw that little post that I had on on Instagram where people was challenging me on Ohio running boxing and And it was funny, man. It's all love. I don't take nothing personal. I just know people is gonna challenge me on different things because I was the first that came up with it and stuff like that, represent my state. So I get it, man. You know, they're gonna come after you. So I'm just prepared, you know what I mean? I don't just talk, man. I back my stuff up. But I show love to everybody as well. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I would do a chop up with you one day. It's me and you come and you ask me questions. I would like to do that one day. Just let me know. And Clarence, I got you too. I'm gonna do a chop up with brother C2. So that's what I want to do more chop
Definitely,
up.
definitely.
I want to do more chop ups. Do like
I got it
ask
too.
me.
I said I got it too. I got to do the same thing. I have to get back into doing my interviews.
I love my chop ups, man. But see, I want people to understand this too. I do the picking who I want to chop it up with. Now, people that's hearing me, you want me to do a chop, you gotta let me know. But I gotta check you out. I don't do shit like I don't do it like that. You know what I mean? 'Cause ain't nobody gonna get no clout over me. Oh, yo, I ain't gonna be like that. I'm not saying y'all. When I talk to, I ain't talking about the ones in the clouds. I ain't say you're doing it, but I definitely want to do more about that. Oh yeah, Ohio boxing. I do boxing commentary. I want you to check it out too. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I
All
want
right.
you and get your opinion on that and everything. But I'm
Sweet.
going to yeah. I want you to do. I'm going to close this out because most likely I do MMA, and
All
so
right, man. I'm sorry I came late, man. Like I said, let me stop in here, man, and tune in. Next time I'm just gonna tune in. I ain't gonna jump in. I'm just gonna be in the chats listening to y'all.
I guess we got to stay a little longer. Stormy B, man.
Uh-oh. Stormy, the $5 that I owe you, Stormy, I promise you when I see you, I'll give it back to you.
Guess we got to stay a little longer. Stormy B, man.
Uh-oh.
Yo.
Stormy, the $5 that I owe you, Stormy, I promise you when I see you, I'll give it back to you.
Listen here, man. I just came because I thought there might be some sandwiches or something here. You guys got something to eat?
No, I ain't got nothing to eat, man.
Oh man, Stormy, you gotta look at Underrated. He's the cooker.
No, I ain't cooking nothing.
I know that brother be having some food over there. I'll be like, man, I'll be sitting in front of my laptop with a plate. What's good, fellas? I'm sorry I'm late. I had to run around and do some errands. But I got your email, and I responded to it. But I had a few things I had to take care of after I got off my show earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. It's all right, Stormy. You made it though. Better late than never.
You made it though. We was talking about the Charlo fight and how do you feel about it and everything.
Oh man, I talked about it and I said that
the fact that he won the Holy Grail, right? But it's the way that he won the Holy Grail. It was a guy that he had to have a rematch against. They fought tooth and nail, back and forth in this second fight where they were testing each other's mettle, you know, and resolve. And then he proved something that he made as an adjustment over the first fight. He listened to his trainer. He listened to his corner and allowed those instructions to guide him to victory. It was a beautiful thing to see. You know, it was a beautiful thing to see. And to watch him calmly go through the trial that he faced and come out victorious, I can't do anything but take my hat off and salute the brother for doing it the way he did it. I don't care for him as a person, but as a fighter, he garners all the respect in the world to me because I think he's one of the best out there today. He's always been better than his brother. But and listen, I hear you snickering, but that's not a stab or a slight. He's just
no. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
He's a better fighter. But if he could clean up some of that personal stuff on the outside of boxing, he could have more eyes on him. But he doesn't realize how much of a detriment some of that stuff that has nothing to do with boxing whatsoever costs him. It costs him viewers. It costs him support, possibly endorsements, things of that nature. And he may think because he's in a good place financially that that's okay. But it's not about where he is. It's about who he can reach. You know what I'm saying? But what a hell of a fighter. What a hell of a performance. I couldn't have written a better script for him to have to go through to become undisputed champion.
It was good. It was definitely a good win for him. Definitely. What you think he should do? Let me see. What's your opinion on him becoming undisputed? Because I don't know if you heard my opinion on it, but I think he should vacate and move up. But what are your thoughts on that? Did he stay?
Total the opposite, Ohio, because that's the convenient thing to do. You've gone through all the rigors of acquiring the Holy Grail. Why give it up? Why give it up? Defend it a few times. Teach the others what it's like to be a champion. See, he's the champion now. Now comes the next phase. The champion defends. That doesn't mean he has to fight everybody that's out there now. 2, 3, no more than 4 title defenses, because whatever's happening up at 160 is going to be there. But to cement your place and who you are, at least 2 title defenses as undisputed champion, to show the world, to put your stamp on it, can be something that will be acknowledged. It is easy because we're living in an era where there's so many titles to begin with. Look at how long it took to get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he vacates, we're back at square one. Back at square one. You guys are going to be calling for Jerron Boots Ennis to do the same thing once the dust settles at the top between Earl and Bud Crawford. And the thing is like, do you know how long that's going to take? Because there are just going to be some people who don't want to fight. There are going to be some promoters who don't want to put the fights together. Some managers who are going to want to keep their fighter out of danger. It's all of that. Look how long it took to get here. Smell those roses. Clip away the vines and the thorns and put them in a nice vase and relish them, savor them. This is a one-time go-around thing here.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't a guarantee that he's going to go up to 160 and do this. but he garners all the respect in the world for what he has done. Even those who are mad right now, it's a huge audience. I don't have to say who they are, but they're mad right now. But you know what? They can scratch their behinds and get glad because he the man.
Yeah, I see where your point is. When defending, I'm against defending. To be honest, in this generation of boxing, defending undisputed, because I don't feel there's one guy in the division that's worth you defending your 4 belts against. I said this. I've been consistent with this for a while. Josh Taylor just did it. He tried to defend it before he moved up. And what happened was he got into a fight with Jack, who I think is a good fighter, but no one knew who he was. And now he's in a rematch with this guy instead of just dropping the belts. I don't think the guys in that division, no one in that division should be able to fight for 4 belts in just one fight. And they didn't put in the work Jamel Charlo has put in.
Hold on one second, though. Let me make a slight correction there. Catterall was a number 1 contender.
No. I get that. He was.
Right. Hold on. But I'm not done with my statement.
Okay.
He was a number 1 contender. And nobody knew who he was, really.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who he is now. And he whooped Josh Taylor's ass.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves his respect. Mm-hmm. He doesn't deserve for Josh Taylor to hang him out to dry, vacate belts, give up belts, and say, come and fight me in a rematch at a catch weight, when he did exactly what he was supposed to do. When his opportunity presented himself, he came, he showed up, he showed out. He should have gotten a victory. But those judges, again, you just heard me speak about management, promoters, and things like that that can affect the sport. There is no way that Catterall should have to pay penance because of what someone else's shortcomings was. Whether Taylor took him for granted that night, didn't train hard enough, was overlooking him because he was talking about moving up, fighting Bud and whoever's at 147. That's Taylor's fault. You see, you saw an example last night of a guy who went in there who had belts like Taylor.
Yeah.
But he went in there and took care of his business. You understand? Yeah, and the guy who was challenging, and we do call Castano.
Hold on. Let me finish my point, though, Stormy. I get your point. I'll let you talk. I get your point. My point again is Jamel earned the spot. He worked hard. And I don't know if you watched Avengers. I'm big on Marvel. And I use this phrase when I was talking about Thanos collected all the stones before, he worked hard to get these individual stones, and then all of a sudden the superheroes come out of nowhere and think they can just take it from him. But if you watch the movie, he ended up snapping the fingers, and they had to go back into the time machine because realistically, that man worked hard to get them. You're not just about to come with one fight of one battle and take away everything I didn't earn when you don't even have the resume. Now, this smart, I understand defending undisputed and fighting for it, but it's another thing to make these guys earn it, especially being a black fighter in this generation. We gotta wait for certain people to pick us to fight. The moment we get it, we just giving it to Fedora. Now he can get 4 titles. Now Tim Kazoo from the UK can get a shot at 4 titles. But let them be in that position. They vacate. You earn it. You earn it. Go build your legacy. I respect that. I see that consistent across the board. I've been saying that about the Jamal Charlo. Build a name first. Stop talking about what Canelo ain't did. I understand he ducked you. You sound like a hurt ex-girlfriend who was hurt, but you still have to do something. Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez, make y'all names. Build your legacy. Y'all waiting to become a part of somebody's legacy. Build yours. And I think that's the problem. I have no problem if Jamel go up because he need a big money fight. Now let's say he defends 154, like you said. We still got Earl coming up at 154. Where is his big money fight? Earl Spence, Texas? He gonna have to fight if that's where he gonna stay and reign. Or 160 with Triple G. He don't have a dance partner. Triple G is waiting for Canelo and Bivol. Triple G can help that man surpass and get in a position where he can be the shot caller. Triple G has a reputation of fighting smaller guys. So I think he would fight Jamel before he fight Jamal. He's a cherry picker at times too. I didn't call Canelo Triple G out on his hypocrisy or how he moved too. Even though I still think he's a good fighter. But my point is, we need to stop being the ones that defend and try to defend all the belts. When if they get it, they're gonna change it. They're gonna move a certain way. They're not gonna give it to us easy. But we supposed to give it to them easy? Absolutely not. I don't think Fedora or Tim Kazoo earn it. Let them fight for vacant belts. Let them fight each other for a vacant belt. Earn it. That's all I say.
And that's why you'll be saying in a moment from now, if that were to take place, you'll be complaining about everything you've been complaining about before we arrived at this point where these men unified for Undisputed. It's restarting, resetting the whole system. And you don't want to do that. You want solid foundation to stand upon. Like I said, whatever's happening at 160 is going to be there. But if this man, and it doesn't even have to say that he has to fight Fondora or Tim Tszyu or whomever he fights, to be able to fight as the undisputed champion of the world and go in there and turn back a challenge. You said make it easy for these guys. It's not easy. First of all, he the baddest man in the division. He is the man. If one of them were able to whoop him, that means that he wasn't the man. Yeah. There has to be an imminent threat for someone to respect the sport enough to be able to go in there with a sense of resolve and say, hey, I'm turning back all challenges. You guys continue to talk about Marvin Hagler, right? That's exactly what he did. So why would you want to now say, well, Hagler should move up? They tried to suggest that to Hagler when Michael Spinks was the light heavyweight champion of the world. And they was like, well, Marvin, why don't you move up and fight Michael Spinks? Hagler was like, because I'm a middleweight and he's a light heavyweight. And Hagler often came in under 160, sometimes as low as 156, 154. But he was still kicking ass and taking names. And you remember him to this day for what he's done. Not for moving all around the place.
I get that.
Handling the business.
Thing is he stay at 154 and ring like you want him to ring, or one fight. That doesn't change my argument if you want him to fight one time and defend Undisputed and still move up, because it's still going to reset, because Earl Spence is coming. Unless you want them two stables to fight each other at 154 for all the marbles, that's what's going to happen. So this is why they moved. Back in the day, it's totally different than that. Where it comes to now, these guys don't even fight each other. You know, they more friends than anything. You know what I mean? So I go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to get to Jack Maria. Introduce yourself, please.
Oh man, salute brothers. Salute number one grinder. Salute Ohio Run Boxing. I think I learned damn near everything about Ohio because of you. Yeah, I got you on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. So salute to Clarence McLean and
Chad, my guy.
The sensei. Y'all done got the sensei started now. He bringing out the nunchucks, katanas, the ninja stars. Why'd y'all get him started?
What's good with you, Act?
What's up, man?
It's good. Yo, fire on live that you did early this morning, bro. I caught it. Appreciate that.
Yes, no problem, man. But salute to both my Midwest brothers. When I came in here, they was kind of, debating or whatever. They both got strong minds. I will say this, because I was talking about it. I feel what both of y'all are saying. I'm not against him moving up. At the same time, I did say if it was me, because I fight, I said if it was me, I would defend it one time. I would at least defend it one time. I'm not against what Stormy is saying, especially if I know I was comfortable making a weight. Let's say I came in because I fight at 126. Let's say I came in at 124. You know what I mean? I would know, like, yeah, Ack, you can stay there. You just got to eat right. You might have to miss a couple of cheeseburgers, you know what I mean, and some ice cream, but you could do it if you really want to do it. So I would defend it one time and listen to my point. My point is this. The reason why I'm not going to knock Stormy for saying that. He already beat one legend's son with Julian Jackson's son. Let's see him beat another legend son with Tim Casazu. Tim Casazu was in there talking real spicy, right, Clarence?
He was. Yeah, he was talking real greasy.
You see it? He was
over
there talking
real
he was talking. He was your man was like, I can't even say he was sneak dissing. The man was just talking spicy. He made me want to jump on the TV. I started looking around like, who he talking about? He talking about Charlo?
He said he didn't even want what's the name to win. He said he want Charlo to win because he really want to fight Charlo.
Yeah, listen. He was sitting right across from Fedor, right? Him and Fedor could have been talking about doing something, and it took for Brian Custer to bring it up. As soon as Brian Custer bring it up, everybody looking at each other stupid now, like, oh yeah, well, yeah, we could do that. But they all focus on Charlo. I'm like, y'all lame as hell.
That's how you know Charlo's the bag now. And let me tell you, with them even throwing that fight up, I'm not against that fight happening because they both got mandatory spots. One for the WBC, the other for the WBO. So it's not like they really risking anything. It's not like a regular dude, and then they could lose their spot. So I'm not against that. But I'll say this, Tim Casazu, he got a very good following, even if Mel wanted to take it there. I'm confident enough that Mel could scope him, which he's knock him out. You know what I mean? And he was saying that, you know, once his hands healed up, he'd been the mandatory for 2 years. So if he does stay there, he'll have to fight him, I believe, before the Tower and Inferno anyway. You know what I mean? So I feel like he'll have to fight Tim Casazu because I watched Tim Casazu become the mandatory, and he's been the mandatory for 2 years. So he's been patient. He kind of deserved that. If you know what I mean, if he's gonna wait around it. In my opinion, Ohio run boxing. I think that if anybody deserve it out of them two, yeah, I gotta echo. If anybody deserve it out of them two, is definitely Tim Casazu because he's been waiting around for 2 years.
And you know one thing about go ahead. No, I said one thing about this that I watch, and you know, boxing in history in this new era. They become divas when they get these belts. You know, if Casazu Tim gets the belts, he's not the same. Look at Camboso. Good fighter. Became a diva.
His countryman.
Yeah, became a diva. He got these belts, and I was telling people, I've always stayed consistent in this ground. Teofimo didn't have to fight that guy. Teofimo was coming off a Lomachenko fight. Camboso wasn't. Cambosa still got the opportunity, but you coming off a Lomachenko fight, and you wanted and take on this challenge. Al Heyman has done this plenty of times when he vacated belts. Danny Garcia and Victor Posto. Who was Victor Posto at that time? Did nobody know who he was? Al Heyman said, "Drop that belt, come to 147." No problem. Peter Quillen, who was Cabal, whatever, drop the belt, come here because I'm gonna put you in a better position. You're gonna have better fights, and they still was able to make great money. Sometimes the risk just ain't worth the reward. But I get what you're saying. No disagreement. When you're talking about Tim being on that mandatory spot twice, and you know, and earning that spot. No, I have no disagreement on it. It's just about being consistent. It's all about being consistent with me. I don't care what race color you are. When people was getting on Canelo, talking about he needed to fight Charlo, it was the sanctioning bodies, not Canelo, the sanctioning bodies who kissed the butt and was doing what they wanted to do with Canelo. Canelo should have fought Jamal a while ago. Triple G, same thing. So when you don't hold these standards, they become, you know, it becomes a mess, you know, especially when it comes to race. Wilder gave Tyson Fury a shot when he didn't have to, right? The moment Tyson Fury got leverage, y'all just correct me if I'm wrong. The moment Tyson Fury got leverage, Wilder had to go to court. Wilder had to go to court. The moment he got leverage, and it wasn't no, oh, you fight, you doing things. That's what I'm saying. Jamel is in a good position. Don't kiss ass to please them because they're not going to do it for you. They're taking, if they got a chance to get one fighter to take everything from you, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Yes, he's the man, but it's not going to define him if he moves up. That's not. He can be a lineal because he has never lost. So it's like he doesn't lose the belts really because he never lost. I looked at Keith Thurman the same way when he had to vacate because of injury. He had to let go of the WBC. He was still unified to me because he never lost. He had to get a belt up. He was still the man. You know what I mean? They reward when Tyson Fury didn't have a belt. He was the lineal.
He need to 5 boots. Ohio run boxing. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. I just wanted to chime in. F Keith Thurman, man. I'm not gonna curse on the platform because it's Sunday. You know what I mean? This is my mother's favorite day. I ain't gonna curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keith Thurman needs to fight Boots.
Yeah.
Where you at? Where you at? You was doing all of this talking, and Stormy know what I'm talking about. He was doing all this talking when everybody had a fight. When everybody had a fight, and they had something on their docket, from Sean Porter to Terrence Crawford to Earl Spence to Ugas. Now everybody done. Everybody freed up. Where you at?
Yeah. That's true. Brother Clarence, I want you to get into it too. Get into the conversation too.
Yeah. What you say now? I'm sorry. I was in him multitasking, moving around. What you said now?
Now tell they were talking about Thurman should fight Boots.
We discussed that. What was that? Yesterday, the day before, we were talking about that. I mean, shit. If they can make it happen, go ahead. But we all know how Thurman don't take body shots well, so we already know how that movie's gonna go. But I think it'd be great. I mean, who am I to say, what fights they can make and what fights they should make? But I'm gonna tell you right this while Stormy's on here. If Fedora gets if Fedora gets hurt by Jamel, just know that it's Stormy's fault. I love you, Stormy, but it's your fault if it happens.
Well, let me tell you, I don't like that fight for him. I'm not, and look, this is not me protecting him. Look the other way. Fight Tim Kasazu. Get that legend son money. Forget Fundora. He'll have his shot.
It's Stormy's fault. It's gonna be Stormy's fault.
He fight him. I still got Mel winning, but I'm gonna keep it real. It's gonna take a lot out of him. It's gonna take a lot out of him. It's gonna make him age away. I promise you. Mm-hmm. I promise you. If I don't promise you nothing else.
I think people are thinking Jamel's just gonna hit Fundora and he's just gonna crack and fold. And if he don't fold, that's where it's gonna be fun. Because if look at Castano, look how close Castano was. If he was able to take punches, ain't nothing worse than fighting a pressure fighter who can cut the ring off and stay on.
And don't get tired and throw punches everywhere. Oh my God.
Benavidez is another one who likes to put the pressure on you, throw a lot of punches. I don't know. I'm gonna find out if he has a really, really solid chin. Where if he can, we're gonna find out with David because that's the last thing to leave is your power. So I like that fight for him. But again, those pressure fighters, man, with good chins, man, they nightmares. And we got one in Ohio.
And he got good stamina too. I call him the 100.
We got one in Ohio.
I call him the 100-hander because he touch you everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Charles Conwell at 154 is like that.
Oh man, yeah. I really like him, man. He's probably my favorite one. Probably, yeah. I think from Ohio, Right now,
he coming up, man.
I really like him. When he fight again?
Huh?
When he fights again?
He was supposed to fight I think he got a fight coming up in June now because he was supposed to fight in Canada in May 5th. It was on the 5th.
Okay.
And that didn't go through. So he fighting in June with Probellum. Okay. That's what he would. So he would lose Bella and Probellum and now. So.
Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to know.
Stormy, we can't hear you. Are you talking? We can't hear you. You're on mute.
I forgot I was muted. I tell you something. I would love to see Derek James coach him in a fight over Fundora, but that's not the fight at 154. The fight at 154, after he gets a chance to rest, come back, maybe get a fight under his belt, Castaño and Fundora. That's the fight. That's the fight right there.
Stormy, you ain't right for that.
Stormy.
You ain't right for that, Stormy.
Nah, he right. He right. They could be on the undercard of Tim
you wrong for that, Stormy.
and Mel.
Listen,
great,
y'all trying to
great
that's
job,
a good fight. Y'all trying to end that man's career early.
That's a damn good fight.
He need a Tony Harrison or something. You can't put him in there with another.
Remember what I said about him coming back first. You got to come back. He's got to get a victory under his belt and everything. But a year from now, a fight against Fundora and Castaño, dude, that's all boxing asks for right there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I think it's a fun fight style wise, and even Charles Conwell, he's in the top 10 on certain sanctioned bodies too. His style and Castaño's style is tailor made for a really great fight. My only thing is his chin won't hold up. I don't think his chin is gonna hold up when he likes to be in the kitchen. But he does not know how to take those punches, man. And I think
he got sand chin. He got sand chin, man.
Yeah, that's my only thing with him. Like, he's a dog. He's a dog. His body wants to go. His mind wants to go, but his body like no. And that's what type of fighter I respect Castaño, man, because he's a real dog. And he was another guy nobody knew about. They was writing him off as soon as he was fighting for Undisputed, and he came and showed up, man. And that's all you ask for these guys, man. Is to show up. Clayton, on the other hand, against Enos, I don't know what the heck that man was doing.
I know he do the best stinky legs I ever seen.
That was a horrible performance, man. I'm still talking about that guy. He's gonna get no mercy from me whatsoever. And he had Kurt Johnson out there defending him and trying to drum up a hype train, talking about. I'm like, you know what? The two of you need to get on a boat and go out in the middle of the ocean and let somebody send a nuke out there on your ass, because it's like, really, you went through training camp and everything to come out there like that. Now somebody say, well, Stormy, if you get hit in a certain spot, you could lose your equilibrium and this and that, and your leg go and this and that. Like, you think I don't know that? But when you put your head out there like a jack-o'-lantern with your eyes facing the canvas, it's supposed to get knocked off your shoulders. I gave the example of Michael Grant when he challenged Lennox Lewis. From the first round, I saw Michael Grant putting his head down and Lennox putting his arm on the back of his neck and pulling his head beneath his shoulders. Once a fighter starts dropping his head beneath the other guy's shoulders, bad shit happens after that. Excuse my language, but it's true. Bad things, nothing but bad things. Then when you start putting your head under the other guy's armpit, worse things happen. And what happened to Michael Grant that night? He did it so much that Lennox said, you know what? I'm getting ready to end this. Put his hand on the back of the guy's neck, which was illegal, and gave him the hardest uppercut he ever had in his life and knocked him spark out. It was illegal. It was dirty. But Lennox Lewis was the unified champion of the world. So he got away with it. Okay? And Michael Grant on that night learned a valuable lesson. And anybody that watches boxing that think they know boxing should have learned a lesson from that too. Putting your head beneath the other guy's shoulders. Now, that high guard crap, you know what you realize, and Ack is a boxer, he can know this right when I say it. When a guy comes out and he's showing you the high guard, he's got nothing else. Nothing else. Because that's so basic, it's like Pop Warner in football. Okay? But there's a reason that you are taught to keep your head off a center line when you punch. When a guy jabs or throws punches at you, you move your head. You don't just put gloves up the block. You move your head. You have to get it. That's something that is taught and is supposed to be practiced and trained in the gym. You don't wait to fight night to try to do these things. It's supposed to be muscle memory. Okay? So when you go out there and things are happening in the heat of the battle, it's like second nature. It's just like when you move when something's thrown at you. It's a natural reflective action that you produce. Putting that high guard up, you can't see what's coming. You don't know what's coming. And once you do that, you give a guy nothing but a huge target. Ask your Dennis Ugas. Okay? Bad things happen from that. So when Clayton comes out, high guard, then he dips down low, what is Boots supposed to do? Take his order? Tell him that
he took his order all right. Eat floor.
Yeah.
Eat floor.
Exactly.
Did you see Stormy? Stormy, did you see the video going around now where it barely looked like it touched his head? It looked like, so people saying it's a fixed fight.
Let me tell you, Earl tried to say that. Earl tried to say that.
No, I actually before Earl even said that, that was the first thing I said. I didn't say it was fixed. We was just talking about body language and what we see in the ring. Because I said that before Earl said it. It was like
he touched him. The thing is, did the punch have the real effect that he displayed? That's where the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
It was almost like Deontay Wilder versus Malik Scott. Deontay Wilder versus Malik Scott.
That too.
Danny Green. Who was that boxer? Danny Green versus Jack. I forgot his name. Danny Green they were sparring partners. I don't know if y'all remember.
Dillian White against Tyson Fury. That punch glanced the opposite side of his face, and Dillian White felt like he got hit by.
Sheldon.
Yep, there you go. Good pick. Good pick. Yeah, man. So that's what people. It just seemed like he wasn't there. You can tell by the body language. You can look in his eyes. He just Castillo was like he was just there for the payday, and I hate to say that, man, because I've seen him fight a couple times.
That's why I go in on him heavy. Hey, you listen. Sometimes, see, some people don't have shame, but I'm old school. I have shame. If I did something jacked up and I'm embarrassed about it and you embarrass me, I'm gonna be like, oh man, that's messed up. Yeah, you got me on that one. But some of these fools don't have shame. That's why I go in on them extra hard. It's like you're gonna recognize what you're doing here, huh? You're gonna recognize that you're despicable in the sport to come out here and produce a non-effort like that. People pay their money for a ticket. People tune in on their TV screens and everything, and you show up like that? Seriously? Now, if he hit you on your chin and you couldn't take it, or he hit you to the body really good and you can't take it, hey, that's a part of the sport. But what was all that flopping and rolling around on the canvas and everything, and then getting up when the ref count, and then you go stagger into the ropes too, you know? Boots ain't no damn Mike Tyson.
I'm telling you.
Mike Tyson used to do that to people, but Boots ain't doing that to nobody, and you rolling all over like a fish out of water.
Man, that is so
on the shore.
I'm telling you, that was like your best acting job. He needed Emmy for that.
And this is my thing.
He didn't do that with Lipinets. He tried to
No, he did. No.
He tried to win.
I made clear that I was not discrediting Enos' performance. I think Enos did great. Enos is one of the top welterweights right now. He's great, man. But when we looking at who he fought, that boy wasn't no Brian Castano. Brian Castano came and fought. You see what I'm saying? We can see through body language somebody that won it. You had an opportunity to fight for a spot to fight for a world title. You didn't seem like you wanted that. And I think he got caught up in the hype of Enos, hearing about it, everybody writing him off, and sometimes these fighters do get caught up in the hype. They do it in the amateurs. I've seen amateurs who are afraid to let their hands go because they've been following this other amateur on Instagram, and all of a sudden you ain't even fighting the fight you normally fight. You could at least brought your best, but you friends with this guy, you watching all his videos, and you ain't fighting the fight you normally fight. So I see it all the time.
Exactly. I'm going to leave by another 4 minutes. So each of y'all can make it last because I got to do MMA and I got to put some in my stomach. So we're gonna do H, Clarence McLean, Soy B Man, Ohio Boxing. Gonna make it last tomorrow. So y'all gonna stay right there. I'm gonna make my last
Hey
tomorrow. So
man,
we're
it
gonna
was.
close it out.
Yeah,
Go
I'm gonna
ahead, go
close it
ahead.
out. It was good talking with y'all, man. I didn't the jab jumbo. I didn't know you followed me, man. Thanks for following my content. I try to be unique and different in my own way, man. That's just me. I'm glad I'm able to gain fans
You're
from
not on
all over in
YouTube,
different
are you?
states. Yeah. But I haven't really posted too much on YouTube. I am on YouTube. I'm gonna
Okay,
start posting and stuff
yeah.
too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna definitely start pushing this time. But y'all can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Y'all know where to find Marcus, man. Or how I run boxing, man.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you.
Well, you got a new nickname now. You know, I'm good at nicknaming folks. Ohio, you're now Ray Dean coming in here with that hat on top of
Because he
your
got the
head
ring.
like that. The Black Ray Dean coming in the house.
Yo, Stormy, don't do him like that,
Don't
Stormy.
do it like that, Stormy. You ain't
Oh,
right.
Yo, you
Ray
a
Dean,
Stormy,
that's
that's
what he is,
foul,
man.
man.
he's a
He coming
Oh man. Oh man.
Okay.
But hey, man, I follow you on Facebook too, bro. I seen you out there. You got some good stuff going on.
Yeah, y'all stay right there. Story B Man with Nash Moss, please.
Hey, man, I'm sorry I had to come in late, but thank
It's
you
all
all
right.
the
You here,
same
you
for
here,
even.
you here. You came in, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for considering me, and always, you know, a pleasure to share it with you guys and chop it up, man. Listen, boxing is in a good place when you got unification fights happening, guys, you know, giving us the war. That fight right there last night, that's a classic, man. And that's all we ask. You know, the best fighting the best, giving us their best, and we'll pay to see it. You know what I mean? We need to limit these fights on paper that, you know, guys are just definitely cut out to win. It's a sure victory. We need to start getting back to competitive matches. And that also means people who are not champions fighting other non-champions, contenders fighting each other for the right to challenge someone. Like everybody's saying, like this guy, you got number one contender Zoo, got number one contender Fondura. They should actually be fighting each other to be a number one contender for all the sanctioning bodies. You see, that's what Evander Holyfield did years ago. He was the number one contender for Mike Tyson's undisputed title in all three at that time, you know, sanctioning bodies. And Evander beat all the other guys. And that's how he got to that spot. So take a page out of history and learn how to move and maneuver in the sport and stop letting these managers skirt tail you and steer you away from what your legacy could truly be, because along with legacy comes the money. Huh? The lesson of Anthony Joshua should be on everybody's minds, that Ed Hearn took that $50 million away from him. That was a guarantee. All he had to do was fight Deontay Wilder for a $50 million guarantee. That was a straight to him, his bank account money grab for all the marbles. And he let Ed Hearn talk him out of that. And look at where he is today. You see what I'm saying? He could have had a rematch out of that. And we weren't even talking about what the gate would be for the fight, back end money, front end money, whatever. We're just talking about a $50 million guarantee to say, let's do this. That was one of the most foolish steps I've ever seen in the sport of boxing. So you listening to these other guys tell you how to handle your business, be smart and handle your business what's in your own best interest. And you have to understand, when you got those promoters and managers like that, a lot of them, it's not your best interest, because 33 and a third, just remember those numbers.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Brother McLean, please.
Thank you, Pastor Stormy. We love you for that. Now, I want to say salute to the chat, salute to the panel, salute to all my brothers. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all, you know, y'all can find me on Instagram, McLean Clarence. Find me on Facebook, Clarence McLean. Please continue to support the No Duck Zone podcast and McLean's promotion. We got some big things that we are going to be doing this year. A back to school cookout that I'm trying to throw for the, you know, for the little ones. So we got some things coming for this year, man. So stay tuned.
All right, cool. Stay right there. My brother, Harlem, Ace Rich. Don't throw no combination on my goddamn channel. I'm supposed to go combinate somebody. Let me stop. Last Mars, please unmute your mic.
Man, yo, salute. It's dope cooking with the number one grinder and his co-host Clarence McLean. My New York guys always showing me love, always welcoming me to the platform. Even I can't make it sometimes. I'm off on weekends, so if you're doing something on weekends, it's always a good look. I tell Stormy that with the kung fu, but Stormy don't like my gung fu. He said, "Who knows it better than the Japanese?" I was watching an old kung fu movie. But yeah, man. I appreciate you still sending the link regardless, bro. You know what I mean? And y'all make sure y'all check me out at 5 Eastern Standard Time, my time, which is my usual time. I will be doing a dope spill and boxing build.
Yeah, I'm gonna check you out.
On Charlo again, and what could be up next, and maybe possibly some other topics, you know. And make sure y'all check me out on Instagram, berserker_boy BOI, and yeah, y'all subscribe to the Jab Jamboree, and salute to everybody on the panel.
Cool, stay right there, fellas. I want y'all to hear this. I dedicate this live to the Charlo family, and I'm going to repeat it again that I said before. As a black man, I am so proud of Jamel Charlo. He shows IQ. He shows smarts. He shows everything what a black man is. And it's black excellence. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to say that. I am very, very happy what the Charlo family had produced. And what Jeb, and also we I know we do, but we I know we do, but the other world, you better recognize Derek James, because he got one undisputed, possibly could have two. Hopefully somebody get this fight going. But I just feel like that it was necessary to dedicate this live to the child. And I know it's gonna be somebody gonna be like feel a certain way, but I don't care how you feel. I really don't care how you feel. This is the essence of boxing. Each brothers up here had say it better. And I want your brothers to check it out tomorrow. I did start the Underrated boxing commentary. This be my third, and I want y'all to check it out.
Hey, I got one more thing to say, man. I'm gonna read this to y'all. I think Story Man will like this too. This is from Jamal Charlo. This is his quote to his brother. He said, "I will go up to 168 and let my brother reign at 160," said Jamal. About this attention for Jermell. He said, "That's how it goes. Maybe so," said Jermell. When asked if he was Jermell's last fight, when asked if it was Jermell's last fight, his brother said, "I don't want him to try to make weight anymore. It's time for him to move up to 160. He's already undisputed at 154. And I feel like I can let my brother move up to 160 and I can go to 168. That's my last. Those are his words, man. All right, guys.
I appreciate that. Before you leave, let me say this. I'm going to do a very important this is going to be my third Underrated boxing commentary, and I want you to check it out. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be from the heart, and it's going to be about things that you're seeing, that you'll talk about in the past. And I can say each and every one of y'all, I know y'all talk about this in the past. I cannot tell y'all about this, but I have to do it. It's a must. I have to do it. And most likely it's going to be tomorrow night. I was going to do it in the afternoon, but I gotta pray on it. And it's going to be something that y'all already know about me, but it's gonna be other people like, man, I did not know. Let's say that the African warrior has to come out. The advocacy for black men has to come out. The advocacy for black families has to come out. I got to make my presence felt for us. And I know people going to feel a certain way, but I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. And I want you to check it out tomorrow. Each of y'all, if y'all can. On behalf of my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk, better than also the number one grinder, one of the best kept secret on YouTube. Thanks to brother Story Demon. Thanks, brother Jab. Thanks to brother McLean. That's Ohio Run Boxing. Thanks to brother Bruce, and thanks for brother Big Charlo for again. Just always show me love. This is the second time he showed me love in the Underrated Darkness channel last year. He showed me love here, and we just letting people know, man. Black excellence is always here. We ain't going nowhere. We the ones. We the shit. Okay, recognize that. We the ones. So thank y'all so much, and hopefully God's willing, I'm gonna bring some MMA. I'm gonna do some MMA tonight. Hopefully I can. I'm trying to get some people going up here. Hopefully check this out. I love y'all. This one is Ghost. Peace.